Yeah, look at that. We're going to be doing the case out composite board, 3/4 inch, which is this right here. Here at the boat that we're going to be restoring, and let's go through it. So basically what you have here is a 22-foot Sentry. It's a model that is not very popular. It's a little strange actually. It's a tunnel hull, so it's got a big tunnel on the back here. Let me show you. You don't see too many of these, but the client really likes this boat. It's great for what he likes to do: stone crabbing, lobstering, and fishing, and things like that. It's got a nice motor on it, Suzuki 250. So let's get on there and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Kind of go over what we need to do on this boat. Fortunately for me, the owner took the console off and took the leaning post off, so I have a clean slate to work with. So he was complaining about the floor. The floor is soft in some spots. Back here it's soft. Over here is a little soft. Over here, right around the leaning post. This is usually where the water comes in by and rots the coring material, which is normally wood. That area up there is for the console. The console kind of slides over that and then they screw it into that. And that's also soft, so we'll probably be recoring that and keeping this. So I'll cut around that. The customer also wants to keep this hatch, so I'm going to keep this hatch as well. And the bow up here needs to also be replaced. The coring material up there. Somebody at some point painted non-skid on this floor, on the deck. And as you can see, in some areas it's just peeling off. It's just coming right off, just like this. So we'll be adding non-skid as well. We're placing the whole deck with case out composite board. And lastly, we're going to be doing a non-skid and a topside gel coat of the entire boat. So we'll be gel coating the entire thing, taking off all the hatches and re-gel coating everything. An interesting part of this boat that I noticed is that there is no floor support underneath here. There's no stringer that runs across this way. There's no bulkhead, there's nothing. So we might be adding some bulkheads here just to give it some more strength. And we'll be using some of our foam material for that. But for now, we're going to clean this up a little bit, try to get all this crap off of the boat, and we're going to start marking our area so we can start demoing the actual floor. Try to keep as much of the deck as possible so we can keep it for a template for the composite boards that we're going to use. So let me start doing that. So now what I'm doing is I'm marking out the area that I'm going to be cutting out, and I'm using this piece of wood here that's 4 inches wide, and that's going to be the mark that I'm going to use. I'm just going to mark right along there, all along the boat, because we're taking this whole piece out. I plan on keeping these drains here. We'll see how they look once I cut this open, and hopefully we could take this entire thing out in one big piece. So let's get to it. This is also a problem. It's full of water. Not sure why, but we'll figure that out. Alright, I got my handsaw over here. I'm going to make my first cut this way. And I've set the depth to about 3/4 of an inch. See how it cuts, and then I'll adjust it from there. Alright, the depth is perfect. I'm going to keep on cutting. The corners are going to have to get with a multi-tool, those round edges. Alright, we've got our cuts. This floor already wants to come off. We got to get into these corners. This back here already wants to rip off. So we're going to start working our way. See if we could get this out in one piece. And I'll get up in the corners with my multi-tool. I got a jack up in there. We're jacking up the floor, try to lift it up. You hear that cracking. Oh. Yeah, look at that. So I cut the front piece out. We're gonna take this out in 3 pieces. The center piece, I'm gonna have to chop it up and then put it back together to glue it all together, because there's no way of getting the cables through there, and all those, the big pumps and things, not gonna fit. So I gotta figure out a way to cut it and then shave it back. So we're gonna cut off here, but we got this one cable that somehow is stuck inside this. So we're trying to break that piece of foam that's been covered in mat. So coming along. All right, so this part of the project has come to a halt. The foam is great, it's in great condition. As you can see, the wood goes back another like 3 inches right before the curve over there, and some of it is rotted like this. See that? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with an oscillating tool, cut that out. We're going to fill that all with putty, like over here. See all that? All that stuff's going to come out. There is good wood there though in some spots. All of this is going to get ground out and filled. The foam is dry, which is great. The fuel tank is fantastic. We're having an issue with the draining system here. It looks like it drains both sides. Nothing goes straight back. It goes to the port and starboard side, and then it comes out through here. So drain there and a drain there. We stuck this guy in there to see if we get some water coming out, but doesn't seem to be helping much. There seems to be a blockage somewhere. It seems like maybe when they built this boat, they had foam fall in there or collapse the pipes when they were pouring. So we're gonna see what that is. Also, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build some supports. I'm gonna measure, make sure the floor has some support here. So if we need to put some foam, like pads, covered in resin and fiberglass, we're gonna do that. Maybe even here too, if the floor is not touching there. But for sure here, right here, and here, we'll have a foam glassed in block. Maybe something that comes all the way over here to support the hatch area, because there's no support over there. And then finally, I'm gonna build a support here as well, because there's such an open area here. I want to be able to, I want the floor to be supported here. Since the leaning post is going to go back there and people stand back here and fish, I don't want a lot of flex on this part, so I'm going to build a support here. And that should be it for that. So alright guys, we're here picking up some supplies for this project. We're here at FGCI up in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to pick up some mat, some 1708 peel ply, some resin. We're gonna get some of this 1708 3/4 ounce. Since we're doing the deck on this floor, we're gonna do a composite material, and we're gonna be doing the K-cell composite board, 3/4 inch, which is this right here. We're gonna get 3 sheets of that. Arnold's cutting me up some peel ply to make it a little easier to sand, kind of give it a better finish. It'll be a simple boatyard resin build. We're gonna need on top of that. Then I got my 1708 here, Tyvek suits, some putties, exterior gel coat. I got a couple other little things that I need, and we'll be on our way so we can start this project. So I got my stuff ready to go, and I'm about to walk out. I was strapped down, we're ready to go. Let's get back to Miami. On the next video, we're gonna laminate the K-cell composite board, and we're gonna do a test fit and try to get that laminated in. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.